Hello and welcome back to a Master Gradius Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. Tell me more about the undead in Cecile.
What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Sicil's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle.
Can you tell me more about Rivellon's sects?
Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least explain the basics. You see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice, they occasionally, Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Sicil's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists.
Can you tell me more about your library?
That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in, exactly? The library. Yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicile. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself.
Uh-huh.
Marvelous.
A source hunter! Oh, what a sight for sore Sicilian eyes! Me? I live alone here in town. Used to be that my younger brother Tom and I were practically joined at the hip, but that's all changed now.
What happened to your brother Tom?
Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring and endlessly worrying my poor mind. Oh, but of course, I've always loved that scamp to bits. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even got him sparring with Captain Aureus now and then. But then those blasted Fabulous Five came into town. That band of... I don't even know what to call them. Well, they're his heroes, and I simply couldn't prevent him from going to see them. That one meeting was all it took for Tom to run off with them on some mission to God knows where.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
I could always repair this.
You there! Cut it out! What? Oh, it's you! What news?
Let's sell him back some of his... Oh, he only has 83 gold pieces. Come on.
The lesser key of Sadakandras. What
Place this
nonsense.
book here.
The
Volume of
Pseudo-Monarchia
poetry or
Daemonum.
novels?
And the first
Or
edition too.
mayhem.
Most promising.
Now this guy over here, I believe his name is Jahan.
Omnes autem mali daemonis quam.
We could hire him as an NPC, as an additional party member, but we don't need him because we... Gradius is our wizard.
Still hasn't been returned. Veleron will have to pay yet another fine. Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
What? Oh, but no. A source hunter. That is what you are. Why? Simply because you are now. This is a sentiment on one condition.
What mayhem?
I don't like to make promises I may not be able to keep.
I concur.
Oh, simple souls. Oh, doomed spirits. The lesser key of Sadakandras.
Where's the
What
third
nonsense.
one gone?
Is there no new book to be discovered in
Sometimes I
this
think these
library?
books sprout little legs in the night. In the name of Amon-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Getahal, be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine.
You see, not all orcs are bad.
I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicil toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amon-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way.
Grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
This book we're gonna need later.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart. Demonology for dumbbells.
So we could
Ah,
afford it.
I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia
But I don't think
Demonium.
we need to buy that
I
right
know
now.
it by heart.
He raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride.
May I take books from the library?
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hold is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
Demonology for dumbbells. I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
Kaj'Dinor. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stenteken.
Demonology
Esmeralda
for
does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
If only the popular
this isn't
girls
a
from the
grimoire.
Source
Kaj'Dinor.
Academy could see how edgy
Brief
and
history of
dangerous
sorcery
you've
The
still hasn't been
Encyclopedia
returned.
Demonium.
Teleron will have to
I
pay
know
yet
it by
another
heart.
fine. Kaj'Dinor. Brief
If only
history
the
of sorcery
popular
still
girls from the
hasn't
Source
been returned.
Academy could see
Teleron
how
will have to pay
edgy
yet
and
another
dangerous
fine.
you've become.
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for.
Volume 1.
The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum.
Where's
And the first
third one
edition
gone?
too. Most promising.
Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
The Lesser Key of Sadakandaras. What nonsense. The Encyclopedia Demonium.
The knight
I
in
know it by
see-through
heart.
armor, Princess Buttercup.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Sizeal, what you're made of.
Can you spare a coin?
To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sizeal used you. Again!
Ah, now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking?
Behold,
I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
our next
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
Get to
Face
shining
furious.
recruits!
She
Sorry,
flicked me in the
sir.
face.
Look on the bright side.
Our next
Everyone
player
knows
character.
the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly
Sir,
will be the
no,
least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman.
Oh,
The beast speaks. So you've half a brain behind that feral maw, have you?
Nuts!
The cretin's question crossed her lips and aped an air of aptitude.
That was
Hey,
sloppier
Cal,
than Sizeal
I think
used
that
you.
was an insult.
Again!
Don't pay attention to the beast, Furious. You'll only encourage it. Hey, who's that then? Come.
Easy, Toe. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
And what will become of this
sir.
admittedly strange stranger?
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing.
Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing. She'll likely come in handy if we can trust her to watch our backs.
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, Tull.
About face!
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that bow within arm's reach.
Sicilian stew again.
Welcome, Barchador.
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside me. Even if one burns hot while the other wheezes cold, perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have. And perhaps then I will decide for myself whether ours is a noble kind.
Again!
Now let's equip her. She has some arrows. She has some armor.
Those boots that embarrass a bridge troll.
Get her a bow.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
We have these smelly shoes. Could they have been involved in the murder?
About face! To the barracks! March!
What's remove empty mean?
Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those boots that embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
We made a fire arrow. How excellent.
Those boots that embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Those boots that embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Attention! About face! Show the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About
Reading these books will give us more recipes.
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those boots would embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir! No, sir!
Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits!
I kind of like this new crafting screen.
Again!
What have we here, then? The so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sightseal, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs, you hear? I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sightseal, by which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into dribbling hordes of their own misshapen number. Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother, but he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you! Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition. If you must. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. Sex, sorcerers. He'll be seeing flying carpets next.
He has some good stuff. These are man-at-arms books, where you can learn a new man-at-arms skill. Like, I like whirlwind attack. Requires level 3 though. Well, we're level 2, so it might be worth getting. Level 6. Level 3. We know cure wounds. Do we know cure wounds? Yeah. Barbed wire. Interesting. This is new. Enemies attacking you with melee weapons will take half the damage they deal to you as piercing damage. You may start bleeding as you activate this stance. I don't like that. Lasts until cancelled or replaced by another stance. Requires a shield. Interesting. Might as well steal while no one's looking. What just happened? That buckler's better than what we're using. Because it has a 9% blocking chance as opposed to a 4%. Training sword. Let's go speak to Arhu. We'll speak to Arhu in the next edition, so I'll see you then.